What's really good, LeSBP trading familia? Buenos dias, bonjour, bon dia. Thank you all for tuning in. I don't know what the hell that was. It just like floated off my ashy ass hands. What is this episode? I believe currently we're on episode 12. I'm not gonna say what day in the challenge or what part in the challenge, but we are doing the FTMO challenge, and man, I can tell you what, brah. Your boy passed. Your boy just passed. I ain't even gonna lie. FTMO challenge 209-122-9529. Currently, we're up $1,014.83. It says in 15 trades. It's really a little bit less, but to be honest, it's probably going to be just around maybe about 10, 11 or something like that. If I was to take only my setups, then maybe it would be like 10 or 11. Start was on the 4th of April, ends on the 3rd of May, going for the account size of 10,000. We only needed to make 1,000 on this because it is an account size of 10,000. Permitted losses right there. This consistency score, which is new, which is almost at 50%. I don't know what that means yet, so I got to figure out more before I start talking about it. The only thing that we need to do is we need to pass the minimum amount of trading days. We're currently at 7. We need to be at 10, so I need 3 more days. Sucks because I actually missed a day. I should be at 8, to be honest, but I missed a day on this weekend, which was Saturday. I forgot to do my 0.01 lot size on Ethereum, basically. Max daily loss, negative 500. We actually made 161.02. Max loss, 1,000. We only hit 95.02. So that's passed, and profit target is 1,000. We hit 1,014.83, so that is passed. Statistics, I don't really look at it that much, to be honest, because of some fact I know it's going to be a little bit skewed. You know, with taking 0.01 lot sizes, your average loss goes down, and sometimes if you win, that average profit might go up. The number of trades is slightly off because you're taking trades that not normally would be taken. The risk reward is actually pretty close to what I would normally be wanting, because if you know anything about my strategy, it's a 1 to 12. So basically I'm willing to lose, 10 pips to get 120 on NAS100. 80 lots, which is pretty reasonable. The 0.07, of course, is me taking those 0.01s. Expectancy, I don't know if that's right or wrong because I never looked at expectancy. Win rate is actually pretty close. It should be a little bit less, to be honest, but it's pretty close. I'm thinking mine is more or less around like 20, 25, on the lowest end 15. Profit factor, I don't really know if I've ever looked at my profit factor or tried to calculate it, so that's probably really wrong, but it is at least above a 1. Daily summary. Today we made $210.98. We did take like 1 or 2 losses, like very small losses. Well, one of them was actually pretty significant for this size account. But I'll show you those in a second. So we took 5 trades. One was the 0.01 lot size, and then we had 2 more. One was like almost a break even. One was definitely a loss, and then we had 2 other trades. I don't remember what they were, but anyways, we're about to look at that now. So 10th of April, here we go. So this is the 0.01 lot size on Ethereum. We lost 2 cents. Then we had a NAS100 sell, which ended up being a break even. Oh, okay, that was the other erroneous trade. Then we had an 11 pip loss right here for $113 and a 5 pip loss, and then I gave it one more chance, and we had a 36.1 winner. This is the trade that took us over the edge, of course, if you can't tell. So looking at the chart here way back, so basically, man, one thing is before I started even doing that, I was absolutely pissed today because everybody was late. Like, I was late, my wife was late, we were late getting out the house and stuff like that. I was late to work. Like, it was terrible. So this morning, I usually wake up at 7. I'm supposed to, because I work from 7 to 5 on my 9 to 5 job, or 7 to 5. And I get up. I usually look at the chart just for a second or two. I check my emails for my job, and then after that, I take my daughter to school at around about 7:40, and I usually get home at like 7:55 so that I can get back to the chart to make sure that I am available to trade, just in case when 8 o'clock comes around, which is in the kill zone of New York session, I can jump into trades. Now let's go to trading view instead of MT4, because that might be better to show you what I'm talking about. Now here is where my first initial trade was supposed to be, right in the kill zone at 8:02. Well, technically the end of the candle of 8:01. Literally supposed to be right there. It met all the needs. I was looking at this on Sunday night. That's this morning. I was looking at this on Sunday night, and I was like, all right, it's rejecting off of that New York high that we had on Friday. It's creeping down. I think I stayed just kind of peeking at it back and forth until like 10, 11 o'clock. I just couldn't sleep. It wasn't that I wanted to trade. It was just like, I just couldn't sleep. I don't know what it was. But I was like, all right, well, tomorrow, if it comes down, dips down, comes back in and rejects, then we should see a nice little area. I had literally put my position holder here, this one, and everything, just waiting and ready. Then this morning, everything ended up being late. I ended up being late, dropped my daughter off late. My wife was an hour and a half late for work. Like, literally. So because of all the lateness, I didn't get back into the house until almost 8:13, which was somewhere down here. Like, I remember seeing either this candle or this green candle. I took the first initial trade. What is that supposed to be? Johannesburg time. So +3 UTC. No, Kuwait or Jerusalem, one or the other. I took my first trade. Actually, are they? Because springtime happened, so they might. I don't know. Whatever. I took the first initial trade at 1520. No, yeah, 1520. 1520. So that was right here. Did I take that trade at 1520? 1520. Okay. 1520. I didn't even jot that trade down. So I took the first initial trade at 1520, which actually, looking at it, I mean, I guess it was bad because it did come back up. I ended up taking the trade and I was scared basically because the trade was already at 1520. The trade was already 30 something pips in. It was like 35. Yeah, it was like 35 pips in. So it already had me kind of nervous because I missed the trade that I wanted to get in initially, and I absolutely hate jumping in late. If there's anything worse other than missing the trade, I hate jumping in late on a trade because I know that with specific amount of momentum, especially because this is 8 o'clock, 9:30 open, stuff like that. Like it's a bunch of things that could happen in between, the kill zone, 9:30 open, and me missing my actual strategy. So I jumped in and literally jumped right back out. 2 minutes. And then I jumped in again at 1550, which I think is this one. Yeah, 1550. I think that's probably why I didn't put anything here because it was such a small trade. I just didn't even acknowledge it. But I jumped in again at 1550. And that's when we lost the 11.3. I should put 11.3 here. That's when we lost the 11.3 pips, which to me is really 10 because of some fact that spread and stuff like that. So that's when we lost the 11.3 pips here. Now, then I jumped in again at 1557, and that was this trade. And yes, we lost, but it's because I'm an idiot. We lost, but it's because I got scared again. So, scared, let the trade run, ended up losing because it hit stop loss because of spread. Scared again, so there's two trades in here. So, scared again, 1557, got out at 1603, literally this push right here, scared. Right after that, thank goodness, strategically wise, it hit my strategy again on this candle. It met everything that I needed on this candle again. So I got right back in at 1606, or the closing of 1605, which is right here. And luckily, I didn't get scared again because it didn't retrace back past, the entry area. So basically, what I'm trying to say is I could have been done with that part, but I got scared. So maybe I would have lost the one. I definitely would have lost that one, and thank goodness I actually closed that at like almost a break-even point. But this one, we should have just won without having to lose the $50 extra. It made it, that honestly made it a little bit harder, because I was like, dang, now I got to go for, instead of just the 113 I just lost, now I got to go for the 163 plus what I was already trying to get, which was another $200, because when we started I was at 800, so I needed the $200 just to pass. But now I got to get another 300. Like, it was crazy. Or not another 300, another 100 on top of that, or 160 on top of the 200 that I was trying to get. So I had to basically get like 370 or 360 bucks. Now, we did come out on top, which was fantastic. So just look at today. We did come out on top by 210, but I had to make back like 360. Like, it pissed me off, because I was like, all I needed initially was $200. Of course, I would have still needed 300, but I didn't have to lose this $51 to add on to what else I needed. So anyways, I'm glad I actually got in. I'm glad I, found my way in to the other trade. But I'm also disappointed at myself, because I could have just waited. To be honest, I really could have just waited. Like, yes, this met strategy up here, and these two trades even met strategy, but it's just so late. It's later than what I would want to jump in, because I want to catch momentum. I want to catch the earliest point. I want to catch, what I mean? Like, I don't like getting in late. I hate getting in late. But at the same time, it was like one of those things where you're like, oh, I gotta rush it. And that's something that I also need to work on before I get to the verification. Now, verification phase is it could be in 3 days, because basically what they will let me do is, I think you can email them or something and say, hey, I'm finished with the challenge. It's been 10 days. Can I go ahead and move on to verification? I don't know how you do it, but I'm pretty sure you can ask. And they'll send me something saying, hey, you actually passed, blah, blah, blah. Yes, you can now move on to verification phase. But I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to, not on this challenge, I'm going to do like some more paper trading just for a little bit, because I don't know. I say this and I'm probably not going to do it. But what I really want to do is make sure that I'm taking the right trades. Now, at any instance, to me, it's honestly not too much at anybody's fault, other than the fact that we woke up late. It's not that it's not that I wasn't paying attention. It's not that I was bullshitting around or playing the video game, like my usual stuff. That's my usual stuff. I'll play the video game, or I'm bullshitting, or I'm working, you know what I mean? And I'm not paying attention to the market. So it's not like it was one of those, which is fantastic, because I'm happy that I at least got away from that kind of stuff. When I'm looking at the market, I don't play the game anymore. I try my best to focus on both as best as possible, multitasking in a sense. So I got a little bit better at multitasking. And if I'm really not doing anything from my actual 9 to 5, my 7 to 5, then I'll go ahead and look at the chart real quick, try to get a good trade in, and then boom, back to my job, because I really do love my job. But of course, I do want to become a pro trader. But yeah, so I'm happy about that. It's just the simple fact that today was really rocky when it didn't have to be. Because without these trades, if I would have gotten into this one, that's a clean slate. That's an even 120, period. Clean. Boom. That's done. And to me, I feel like I much rather take the clean stuff than having to do something like this, where I'm jumping in and out, trying to find a way, you know what I mean? So I should have waited. I really should have waited before doing this trade right here, to be honest. And I could have just waited till tomorrow, or shit, even waited till later today, because later today it gave me the sign that it was going back up, and easy money. Easy money, you know what I mean? Like easy money. That could have been an easy 120 right there, depending on where I got in at, which probably would have been somewhere like in this area. But either way, we passed. I'm happy. I didn't even take it for the full 40 pips. I took it for 36.3 or something like that, or 36.2. But literally, we passed. I'm glad. We'll see what happens on the next phase. I probably won't record the next 3 days just of me doing 0.01 lot sizes, only because I don't feel like that's relevant to show. I mean, Hopefully y'all don't want to see that. But as soon as we get the email saying that, hey, you've passed, and hey, here's your verification credentials. I don't know if they give you new credentials or not. I need to go back and watch some of these traders on or maybe I just need to ask a question. Fuck watching YouTube. I just need to ask the question. But I will check, or I'll come back to y'all as soon as I get the verification stuff, and then we'll go from there. And that's another 10 days. Luckily, the profit is a lot less. It's half of what I needed to get here. So instead of it being 1,000, it's only gonna be 500. And then we'll go from there. I really still gotta iron out these kinks though, bro. I really still gotta iron out these kinks. I have to make sure that I'm taking trades that I'm supposed to, that I'm paying attention, taking the trades I'm supposed to according to strategy. The fear of losing, I gotta get rid of that fear. It's like that one fear on Adventure Time where he's like where Finn is afraid to jump into an ocean, which I'm also afraid of open water myself. But yeah, I gotta get rid of that kind of stuff if I want to stay consistent. So appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you as always, man. These videos are so long in comparison to what I really want them to be. I want it to be like a quick 5-minute, like, hey, I did this, blah, peace. Like, but it just never ends up that short. So other than that, there is news on Wednesday. There's no news tomorrow, but we do have CPI month, CPI year over year, core CPI month, and FOMC meeting minutes. Never traded that. So this today is Monday. I'm on day 7. So 8, 9, 10. We're gonna miss it anyways. I'm cool with missing it because I don't know what the hell that's gonna be. So I'm cool with missing that. I might, you know what? I might trade it on my personal account. On my personal account, which is currently at 610 or something like that. Yes. $666.10. I need to get away from these numbers. So I might trade that. I might trade it on my personal account, which is, once again, Hugo's Way. If y'all can see it up there in the top left corner, it's a Hugo's Way. It is live. So I might trade that instead for these next 3 days that I have to do the 0.0 lot size. But yeah, man, I am so happy. Anyways, before I talk y'all heads off all day, if you got any questions, please let me know. You won't see a video for FTMO wise, at least probably until Thursday, unless they tell me that I have to keep going. Other than that, that's really about it. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it. Peace. I feel like something bit me. Ow. It's a mosquito or something. Anyways, appreciate it.